पछि सेयर गर्ने आउँछ होला अथवा आफै सेयर गर्ने Okay, so good afternoon to all teachers as well as our main guest Sudha Pathak. Today we are in the second session. So here we are pre-primary teachers as well as English in charges are here. So English language in charge Januka Lama ma'am. I think Sudha, you know. Okay, I would like to mute on your video. And Januka miss also. Januka ma'am also, you can open your video. And mute, okay, unmute. And secondary level English teacher as well as assembly in charge, Koshiraj Rai sir is here. Koshi sir also, you can mute on. So others, all we are pre-primary teachers. That means great teachers, okay? All are the great teachers. So they are handling up to the maybe age of up to 8 years, maybe not more than that. Radhika ma'am, okay, you can open. What will be the age of UKG students, ma'am?
Is around 6 years, sir.
Okay, 6 years means 2 year to 6 year, 2.5 year to 6 year children handling teachers are here. So all,
yes, sir.
All teachers. So today we are just discussing about as well as other day also we'll discuss how to make our first our technique as well as our language good. Then after that we can go for the children. Okay, we want to make the exposure in this, okay, so that sometimes or some labor we have to do or some practice we have to do. After that we'll do our students also perfect, and our some students will expose the English in national wide, okay, so that we can place their YouTube videos as well as we can do the competition with the others. So this is the very important in pre-primary as well as Montessori, especially Montessori. If they could not speak in English, if they could not speak good English, then they won't believe us. This society they want in a child also, if they speak very nice, then everybody say that which school are you studying? Very nice English. So nice English, then everybody will say that this is the English medium school. For that we are practicing, and just we request Ms. Sudha Pathak to help us and to correct us, so that so we have started here. And first of all I would like to say about the importance in the classroom about English in a pre-primary level as well as the basic level students. Januka ma'am she's the English in charge. Januka ma'am, okay, you can.
Yeah, thank you, Om sir. So though our principals and directors, founder directors, they are not here, I would like to greet to them also. And good afternoon to all my dear colleagues. So happy to be here in front of you. And a special greeting to Miss Sudha, our special guest. So we know that English language is an international language, and so if we know the know English language, then only our students, they can be perfect. And so our surrounding, how they are observing, that depends upon the language that we are using day by day. and especially English language, when if the foundation is best, then I guess the other parts become strong. And English language is also the same. So if in the basic level, like in the junior classes, like PP and Montessori level, if the base is not good, and we try it in the senior classes, I guess it is impossible. So how the children, how the students, they are habituated, they follow the same. We know that teaching, it is teaching, and so learning, it is a never ending process. And so we are also the human beings, and we have been learning since long time. So though there is difficulty, we know that we also learned same word, same pronunciation from our teachers, what they have taught us, right? And in this regard, what we can say, it has created a problem. So me myself, I'm not from education background. If I was from education background, definitely I would also have good pronunciation, but actually I don't have that. And when we intersect principal, let's say ex-principal, right, Om sir? Our
Yeah,
Rev Ratna Bodra sir,
she know,
he was
she
there.
knows about him.
Yeah, so
Your sound is. Mm,
Rev Ratna Bodra sir was there. So there is difference between workshop training, seminar, this and that. But we utilized our time. Then he taught us many more things. Then only since that time I learned to pronounce the word, to pronounce the author. Even word I didn't know it. So so last time Miss Sudha also told, and those who are from education background, especially from as a English as a major subject, they know it quite more than us. Since I'm from humanities stream, so I'm not perfect. And so last time also Miss Sudha, she talked about our Noresh sir. He's also from education background. He did his masters from education background, and there everything. So phonemic transcription, everything. Then the pronunciation, how to talk, how to pronounce the word. Then after our intonation, stress, everything is most probably learned in education stream. And so English language, so that we teachers, and especially those from who are from pre-primary and Montessori level, those teachers mostly, they should focus in this matter. And before we go to the students, first of all we should be prepared from our side. And now
okay, ma'am. Your sound little bit
so
disturbing. Please, in
we should be prepared from our side. And for that preparation, is there disturbance, sir?
yeah. Sometimes,
के सुनिरहेछ
yeah. Just sometimes stop and come. Okay, fine.
ओम सरको पछि इन्टरनेट अलिकति विक भयो होला यहाँ राम्रो सुनिरहेछ
Okay, then. See. Okay, go on, ma'am. Go on. Okay. Over, ma'am. Are you listening me? Hello.
सानका म्याम म्युटमा हुनुहुन्छ
I did know.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Now,
over, ma'am.
Can
Okay.
you please? So 1 minute I will take, and then I'll hand over.
Okay.
So are you listening? Is it audible now?
Yeah, we are listening.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So before we go to the students, let's be prepared from our side. And for our preparation nowadays, there are many YouTube programs in English, and moreover, we can go through dictionary. And from that also, phonemic transcription we can easily learn. And if we have some problems, then we can go to Google. Yeah, if we search the word, main is we must know the phonemic transcription. For that, vowel sounds and these consonant sounds. If coach sir is talking about something, then he may say it. And if possible, our Miss Sudha, she will also provide some notes to you, and you can go through that also. So let's try to pronounce correctly, so that the students, if they are habituated with the pronunciation in the basic level, junior level, then it will be easier for them in the senior level, so that teachers, they don't feel difficulty, as well as students also, they will be habituated. I guess okay, from my side this much only. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Are you listening me? Can you listen?
Yeah.
Okay. So we should not delay now. And Kushira sir is from the English background. That means education, masters in English education background. So that he knows about the phonetics, and his pronunciation is also better than our, okay, better than us. So I would like to introduce Koshira sir. Just 2 minutes. Okay, I will speak and then we'll start, and I will be talking in middle also. Koshira sir, I would like to. Okay, you can open your mic.
Thank you, respected sir, and namaste everyone. My name is Kosiraj Rai, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would like to thank you for all, and especially I would like to thank for Miss Sudamis, and this is the first time, sorry, second time to sing. So this is a good opportunity to learn how to pronounce the English. Okay? So I'm very much happy to have this class, and today also I got a good opportunity to learn the English. And then generally we parents may demand their children to learn the English, and they want their children to speak English fluently. So this is very much important. And today we will learn, we will get special basic knowledge about how to speak English. So I'm very much happy because respected Miss Sudha will teach us how to pronounce the words, and similarly she will teach us the stress, intonation, juncture, etc. There are basic things, there are most important things we should learn while speaking English. So she will teach us. So I'm very much happy, I'm very much hopeful for that. And then what then I have some ideas about that. Means what I want to tell them, especially we want our students to speak English. So the most important thing is how we can give the exposure to these students. The more we give the exposure, the more the students will learn. Okay, so today we will learn, we will have this opportunity. So I'm very much happy. So I don't have any I don't have any special things to say, but I have the hope that Mr. will facilitate us. So I don't want to say anything. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And is there okay anything? Then we'll otherwise we have to start now. It's being delaying also. So Radhika ma'am, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Suprabha ma'am, did you contact with her? Okay. It's unmuted here. Okay. Then we have here 12 pre-primary, and we 11 pre-primary teachers, and we 4 from the higher level, then 14. Okay, so that Okay, we have to start now, and I would like to again mute to all, and then Ms. Sudha will continue now. Today's session will be interaction also. That means two ways communication will also there will be. So that I suggest all teachers, please in your turn, whatever your mistakes or anything, no matter, okay, doesn't matter this. You can practice and you can be there and you will be interact two-way interaction, and please no any agitation for learning, okay. Sometimes अर्को साथीले के भन्नु होला मेरो इङ्ग्लिसले अथवा म त इङ्ग्लिस बोल्न जान्दिनँ, हाउ टु स्पिक डर लाग्छ, and then don't feel that whatever you can speak, if your English speaking is wrong or right, doesn't matter. Please try to speak, try to interact, and then try to correct your mistake, okay. So that everybody can do mistake, but we have to correct it, okay. We should not repeat the mistakes. We have to correct day by day so that we can be perfect on that. So I would like to continue this session for so that Sudha Pathak, today's main facilitator. So I would like to request her to start now. So maybe muted or not. Okay, I'll see first. Okay, then. Okay, let's start.
Thank you, sir. Please मेरो screen share गर्नको लागि accept गर्नु न.
Okay, okay.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. मलाई सबैजनाले सुन्नु भएको छ नि? टाउको मात्रै हल्लायो हुन्छ. I know you're muted. सबैजनाले सुन्नु भएको छ नि? Okay. So thank you, Janika ma'am, Kosira sir, and Om sir for a warm welcome. Thank you, and I feel honored that you've given me this opportunity to share my knowledge. Just say Om sir le bhannubhayo kunai pani time ma please feel free to stop me यदि कुनै क्वेशनहरु छ अथवा केही छ भनेदेखि केही हेजिटेसन नमानिकन मलाई सोध्नु होला. And like Janika ma'am said, I can only give you some hints and tips. मैले हजुरलाई अलिकति information मात्रै दिने हो, and then after that it's up to you to practice and further your own knowledge. This is not something that can happen without practice. र त्यसको लागि हजुरको आफ्नै टाइममा पनि हजुरले धेरै practice गर्नुपर्छ. But I'm more than happy to answer any questions as we go through the session. So let's begin. So र म अर्को कुरा के भन्न चाहन्थे भनेदेखि I'm able to give you some information तर म चाहिँ my teaching qualification चाहिँ थाहा छैन, so please मलाई माफ गर्नु यदि मैले केही यदि कुनै शब्द अलिकति patronizing अलि मैले अलि what I'm just trying to say is कि नराम्रो नमान्नु होला कि मैले alphabetबाट सुरु गरे, but like Janika ma'am said, you have to start at the base, you have to build a strong foundation, and then you can build more on top of that. The foundation alikati weak छ भनेदेखि it's only going to get worse and the problem is going to accumulate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly pronounce these alphabets. Last session हजुरलाई याद छ कि मैले भनेको थिएँ it's important that you exaggerate and make it dramatic. Like Om sir said, please don't worry what someone else is going to think. So just make it as dramatic. धेरै बढाई चढाई नकल पारेर, you know, anything to help. So really you have to really move your lips and your jaws. So it goes like A, B, C, D. र हजुरले देख्नु भएको छ कि मेरो jaws र lips हरु चाहिँ एकदमै you know, once you get used to it, you don't have to be this dramatic. Tara paila suru ma chai make it dramatic. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I'm really hoping your alphabet is correct order matter. Again, the video link your slideshow got on the matter. That's something that you can practice loads of time in your own time, loads of in front of a mirror preferably, ताकि हजुरले देख्नुहोस् आफ्नो उ चाहिँ कसरी move हुँदैछ. So this is just something basic. You can do it in your own time. We'll move on to something more. र ओम सर यदि मैले टाइम धेरै लिइरहेको छु र अलिकति छिटो गर्नु पर्यो भने भन्नु है.
No, it's okay. No long being.
Okay, so like I said, I myself I don't really have teaching qualifications, so I just looked up some videos on how to practice or how to teach rather, and एउटा information चाहिँ मैले के भेटाएँ भनेदेखि कुनै भाषामा maybe it doesn't apply to नेपाली तर जस्तै Mandarin, Japanese भाषामा चाहिँ मुखहरू चाहिँ धेरै खोलेर बोल्ने tradition रहेनछ र त्यो चाहिँ exact opposite हो English को. So something as simple as O, O, A, मुख धेरै खोल्न पर्छ र ज पनि धेरै खोल्न पर्छ र यो एउटा सानो phrase चाहिँ in the video it said that this is quite a flexible phrase. तपाईहरुको practice हुन्छ र हरेक बिहान you can practice saying this 5 times and maybe we can say it now as well. So it goes, I saw 66 farmers laughing on the phone. The sentence on its own doesn't make quite sense, but what the sentence does is it allows you to practice your mouth a bit. So I'll say it one more time and then maybe, I know you're all muted, but maybe everyone can say it. I saw 66 farmers laughing on the phone. So please, practice. You can compare if it sounds similar. Okay, maybe we can try a word at a time. So let's try a word at a time. I saw 66 farmers laughing on the phone. So apparently this is something that gets you going, a bit of a warm up and exercise, and you can try saying that every morning. Presentation recorded, so you can write it down as well and you can practice it every morning. I saw 66 farmers laughing on the phone. Okay. Later, O, and R, these are some of the letters that you can practice as well. Okay. So it's really important. That's why I'm trying to kind of drill it in everyone's minds that just how important being dramatic and exaggerating is. So one of the two of the letters that are quite difficult to pronounce at times, especially when English is a second language, are the letters R and L. So I'll come back to this slide, but this is, I'm sure this is what happens. You'll take ekdamai badai chadai गरेर L भन्दाखेरि your tongue touches the ceiling, like behind your teeth, mathipati. L ra R banda, it rolls backwards. So L, R, L, R. Again, you should practice that. So L भन्दा दाँतको पछाडिपट्टि माथि जिब्रोले छुन्छ र R भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ पछाडि जान्छ. L, R. So when you're practicing the letter R, don't let the tongue touch the ceiling of your jaw, whereas it's the opposite for the letter L. And these are some of the words that we can practice now. So what happens is when you're saying a word that begins with R, what you can do is bring your lips forward and make it a bit of a round shape. So when you're saying ramp, what you can do, so let's do it in a slow motion, would be ramp. So मुख अलिकति चुच्चो बनायो भनेदेखि चाहिँ जिब्रोले माथि छुन पनि अलिकति गाह्रो हुन्छ र I don't know if I can say that's the case for all of the R words, but definitely for ramp, rain. So मुख R भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ मुख चुच्चो हुन्छ. So let's see. Ramp, ramp. Rain, red, read, right. The L, I think it will be a bit opposite. So lamp, la भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ माथि छोइरहेछ. Lamp, lane, lead, lead, light. So I could have said those words just as easily without exaggerating, but it wouldn't have been very clear. And definitely for learning purposes, it's important that you do make it clear. So I could have just as easily said, so going back to that sentence, मैले मुख बन्द गरेर पनि भन्न सक्थे, तर that wouldn't have been proper, and that definitely wouldn't be proper for teaching children. So I could say it like this: I saw 66 farmers laughing on the phone. It sounds like I'm mumbling and it's not very clear. Whereas I saw ramp, lamp, rain, lane, red, lead, read, lead, right, light. So it's important. Again, there's a video that you can watch in your own time. जुन चाहिँ हजुरहरूलाई practice गर्नको लागि help हुन्छ. Any questions?
I would like to unmute to all now for just 2 minutes. If there is anything, then we can speak. Okay, I have unmuted you all. Koshira sir.
Okay.
Just a minute, Sudha ma'am. Question.
Yes, sir.
Shall we go or just one by one some pronunciation, or what to do?
Okay, sir. We can do that.
Sorry.
Okay, sir. We can do that. Just now we are learning practically. And then before we do practical, so there are some important theories also. So if we know the theories, how to pronounce, then obviously it is good. So if
okay,
time
at last we'll go for that. Okay.
If we have the time, then I will take 1 minute last. Okay, at the last.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's go on, Sudha.
Okay. Okay, so we've already seen that. So these, I've got quite a few slides on some common phrases that you can use in the classroom, and this is something that you can practice yourself, and then you can teach.
Excuse me, Sudha ma'am, just 30 seconds. I would like to talk. Dear teachers, today's interaction is just about the very simple sentences and how to pronounce and how we'll deal with the students. So these are the very basic things we are going to teach to students. When our class will start, then we'll say that good morning, how we'll say the good morning, and the same way the students will copy so that our tone or our pronunciation, how will be our pronunciation, and the same way they will say good morning. And then so that I just request Miss Sudha to go for this way. So I have given as a way of training today, so that dear teachers, please grab it. Thank you. You can go on, Sudha.
Okay, so my last session ma pani bhaneko thiए, and I think this bit of information applies to you, the teachers, as well as the kids. So the best way to do anything is, best way to learn anything is by doing it and watching it and copying it. So म त सानै नेपालमा छँदाखेरि मलाई एकदमै रिस उठ्ने चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिस समाचार आएपछि टिभीमा के हेरेर भएपछि इङ्ग्लिस समाचार आउने बित्तिकै क्विकली च्यानल चेन्ज, किनकि I was about 7-8 तर इङ्ग्लिस समाचार भनेपछि यति हेडेक लाग्थ्यो, किनकि सानोमा छँदा झन् बुझिँदैन थियो. So you know, why bother watching it? Why do I need to watch, especially why do I need to watch the news, and why do I need to watch the news in English? That it doesn't have to be English news, anything English films, anything English on TV, and I would change the channel. But it's the kids these days, maybe they feel similar, but it's important कि उनीहरुको parents ले पनि र उनीहरुको teacher ले पनि चाहिँ त्यो view change गर्नको लागि. सायद म गलत पनि हुन सक्छु, maybe social media ले completely change गरिसक्यो. कहिलेकाहीँ धेरै कुरा अलिकति अनौठो लाग्छ, maybe I'm wrong, तर हजुरहरूले पनि बच्चाहरूलाई चाहिँ English news अथवा कार्टुनै सही, English कार्टुन हेर्नु भन्नु, not too much, within limits. दिनको आधी घण्टा अथवा उनीहरुको टिभी हेर्ने कति टाइम उनीहरुलाई allocated छ उनीहरुको पेरेन्ट्सहरुले. र it would be great if it could be mandatory that they watched something English on TV, and even better, here they pause गर्दै जे सुने पनि, it might not make sense, जे सुने पनि लेख्दै practice गर्दै हेर्दै. I think the quickest way to learn anything is by watching, and you know, I'm not proud to say it, and I don't know if this is a great thing, तर नेपालमा even 10-12 वर्षको बच्चाहरूले पुरै हिन्दी बोल्न जानेको छ, because Indian media has got such a massive influence in Kathmandu. They grow up watching Indian serials and whatnot. So, you know, why can't we make the same for English? And then maybe instead of being fluent in Hindi, they could be native sounding in English. So some of the phrases: good morning, chutta chutte, बिस्तारी बोलेर र एकदमै स्ट्रेस गरेर बोलेर छुट्टा छुट्टै बोलेर नै प्र्याक्टिस हुन्छ. सो छिटो छिटो बिगारेर बोल्न भन्दा, so good morning, come in, so go out. मैले यति धेरै मुख त खोल्न पर्दैन, तर प्र्याक्टिस गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ it's really helpful. Go out. Stand, S sound, stand up, stand up. खोल्ने बेलामा धेरै खोल्ने, बन्द गर्ने बेलामा completely बन्द गर्ने. Stand up. Sit down. Sit भन्दाखेरि मेरो जिब्रोले माथि नछोए पनि I can make the sound sit down, but it doesn't sound as quite to the point. Sit down. Come to the front of the class. Come to the front of the class. Stand by your desks. Stand by your desks. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands down. So these are just the basic sentences that you have to put a lot of stress in, and the more you do it, hopefully the kids pick up more on that. So this is just an image that I found online when I was looking for basic phrases that could be used in English, classroom. Okay, your image matching, there is also the phrase "can I" comes constantly. I think it should be may I. So I've just written a little thing that says, can I is considered somewhat informal. I personally prefer the use of may I, since it is deemed more polite and formal. र business letterहरू अथवा meetingहरू अथवा formal कुनै पनि eventमा चाहिँ may I is better. So you can use the image, but every time it says can I, every time can I लेखेको ठाउँमा चाहिँ may I most of the time apply हुन्छ, किनकि when I was in school and when we say can I please be excused, the teachers used to laugh and say, I don't know, can you? Because they were trying to get me to say may I, because saying may I implies permission. May I भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ permission मागे जस्तो हुन्छ, तर can I भन्दा चाहिँ it just implies your ability to perform the task. So can I भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ you're not necessarily asking for permission. You're just asking whether you're capable of doing that task or not. So, you know, when it says, can I go to the board? It should really be, may I go to the board? Or can I answer the question? May I answer the question? So I can quickly read through these sentences. So may, ma, mimi. Maybe you can practice mama, mimi, and then alikati exercise and then you can go from there. Ma, may I go to the board? May I go to the board? May I switch on the it comes quite a lot. So hopefully that's those are some of the words that you can really get your practice on. I and the, a. May I switch on the lights? May I open the window? May I come in, please? May I come in? May I pull up the blinds? May I pull up the blinds? May I pull down the blinds? May we, I, you, we, us. So every letter exaggerate. May I pull down the blinds? May we pack our things now? May we pack our things now? I can't see the board. Can you, your instance matter, you can use can you, because can you step aside? I can't see the board. Can you step aside, please? Can you step aside? May I go to the toilet? May I go to the toilet? May I switch off the lights? May I close the window? May I answer the question? This might be one of the quite common ones, so we can practice this a few times. May I answer the question? May I go out? May I sharpen? So this could be a bit of a difficult word because it's got stress at the beginning, sir and per in the middle. So sharpen, sharpen, sharpen. My pencil, pencil. May I do that exercise on the board? Exercise, exercise. Any questions? Would you like me to repeat any of the words in particular? Okay, so like I said, we can't get a lot done in a short session, but what happens is I would highly recommend if you're going on Netflix or YouTube alone, so watch lots of videos, write down what you hear, and that way maybe you'll write it down the wrong first time, second time, but hopefully that's how you get more used to it. BBC News is great. It's 24/7. It might be online on YouTube, so that's something that you can watch as well. So again, I would recommend the use of may I instead of can I when appropriate to ask for permission. So Agina, Januka ma'am, Kosi sir, sabaijanale bhanदै हुनुहुन्थ्यो, phonetics can be quite useful when you're trying to pronounce things, and by phonetics I mean, like I said, you know, to say the word permission. English can be a funny language. Jun tapaile suन्नुहुन्छ, it's not it doesn't necessarily mean that that's how you write it. I wish it was. कुनै language चाहिँ अलि सजिलो हुन्छ, किनकि मैले जस्तै मैले Spanish A level गरेको थिएँ, र what I really liked about Spanish was कि Spanish भाषामा चाहिँ हजुरले जे सुन्नुहुन्छ exactly त्यही नै लेखेको हुन्छ, which makes your life a bit easier. तर Englishमा it's not necessarily true. You might hear one thing, but it's written a bit differently. So, you know, very common word, knowledge. It does not sound anything like it's written with a K-N-O-W. You might think N-O-L-E-D-G-E. Maybe you think, well, if you're writing phonetically, maybe it would be more like N-U-L-E-D-G-E. So what I'm just trying to say is, for the sake of practicing, you don't always have to worry about your spelling. Just write down what you hear and then write down what you want to say. So sharpen, you can त्यो शब्द चाहिँ हजुरले जस्तो सुन्नुहुन्छ नेपालीमा लेख्नु अथवा इङ्ग्लिशमा लेख्नु, it doesn't matter as long as you're getting your pronunciation right. So phonetics is really, really important. So these are some more basic phrases. र यो चाहिँ sentencesहरु यस्तो छ कि it's not your sentence नभनिकन पनि के भन्न लागेको चाहिँ मतलब बुझिन्छ. So these are just extra sentences which can make you sound more like a native speaker. किनकि without saying so the second thing says I noticed that, I noticed that नभनिकन पनि rest of the sentence भने पनि, you know, it makes sense, but it's helpful. Thank you. Namaste.
नमस्ते, म चाहिँ कुकिङ गर्दैछु है, सबैलाई मेरो नमस्ते.
नमस्कार हाम्रो सबै है, हामी अब हजुरलाई चिन्छौं के अरे ल
हजुर
ओम सर
थ्यांक यू
नमस्कार
नमस्ते थ्यांक यू.
Thank you. So I was just saying, but what it does is kids are learning practice garaunu kinaki it sounds extra, it sounds nice, you know. You don't have to say another example is on you don't have to say, you can just say the examples, but it's just good practice. So I have a question. I noticed that. I wonder. I agree with ... because I agree with my classmate because I think he has a point. He could have just said, the same meaning can be transferred by saying I agree or he's right. But you can make the sentences longer. It's a bit more practice, and please feel free to use these phrases in the classroom. Feel free to print these out and post it around the classroom so that the kids are constantly reminded to use them more often. So, you know, it can be a fun session. जब चाहिँ kids are ठुलो पोस्टरमा लेखेर भित्ताभरि टाँस्दाखेरि constantly remind हुन्छ कि, you know, we should use these phrases. So I disagree with my friend because that still phonetically लेख्दाखेरि maybe it just sounds like B-E-E-C-U-Z, because I can relate to that because that idea connects to. So Agina Januka Mamli भन्नुभएको जस्तै there's loads of tools at your disposal, YouTube, Google. I think I think what you can do is कुनै सेन्टेन्सहरू there might be something on Google हजुरले गुगलमा त्यो सेन्टेन्स टाइप गर्नु अनि त्यसपछि you can press on Google to play र इन्टरनेटबाट नि त्यो साउन्ड चाहिँ त्यो सेन्टेन्स पुरै उनीहरूले pronounce गर्छ you can practice after that so that idea connects to I would like to go back to what my friend said. I would like to go back to what my friend said. Especially for the kids, I would refrain from shortening. So here, so second row on the map, it just says I''D. So again, for the sake of improving, I would recommend the kids write out IWOULD rather than shortening it, because then that gives them more practice. I would like to go back to what my friend said. What made you think that? What made you think that? यो चाहिँ discussion started or phrases or please encourage the kids to use these because let's say it sparks a discussion, it makes you think more, it's a new way of asking what do you think, it gets them to speak more. Would you say more about the topic? Would you say more about the topic? Would. So what I'm starting to notice is, like I said, I just try and think of a different way. So when we're saying stuff like what, would, again, मैले भर्खरै notice गरेँ कि जहिले पनि मुख चाहिँ अगाडिपट्टि आउँदो रहेछ. Why, what, would. Is there any more? Where would you like to go? Where would you like to go? Another example is, I would like to add. So I would भन्दा चुच्चो हुन्छ, like किनकि L को शब्दबाट जिब्रोले माथि छुन्छ, to भन्दा फेरि चुच्चो रहेछ नि, add. It opens just like it did when I said I would like to add. So please, Laz no manno. As always, I mute my own, and so you can practice along. No one can hear you, so that's that. That there's no need to be shy. I would like to add that everyone is doing really well. So again, building upon what she said. That's another word that we can practice. So last time I mentioned tongue twisters, and tongue twisters is something that can be really difficult for native speakers anyway. But I tried to search some tongue twisters in Nepali, but some of them were quite difficult. But what was it? Nunilo pani nilde nanilini. That's actually quite an easy one. Nunilo pani nilde nanilini. But then if you say it more and more, your tongue starts to slip. So let's practice. She. He said, she said. He said, she said. He said, she said. She sells seashells. I don't know if I can write it here. So let me write what I'm actually saying. So she sells, again, I'm not focusing on spellings here. She sells seashells by the seashore. If I said that really quickly, you'd probably miss some of the words and get a bit muddled up, but it says she sells seashells by the seashore. There is a madre sound it's you know, you're just so it takes a lot of practice to kind of to make sense of that, but this is a good tongue twister to get used to the word she and words beginning with S. S बाट सुरु हुने शब्दहरुको लागि चाहिँ it makes it a bit easier. She sells sea shells by the seashore. So there's a difference. At the start, it might be a bit difficult to differentiate between the word sea, samundra, and she, uni. She, sounds more like she, and then the word sea is sea alikati. It's almost like ali noram parako sea. It sounds quite similar to the word just see and see. It sounds exactly the same but different meaning, and that depends on the context. So she and see, someone for some reason it sounds completely the same. Okay, right. And I think that's pretty much everything that I have prepared. These are just some of the videos. Hopefully, मैले ओम सरलाई forward गरेको थिएँ र ओम सरले has forwarded it to all of you. These are some really good videos, especially अहिले lockdownको बेलामा. Everyone's got plenty of time, and it's for your own benefit and for the benefit of the young kids. These videos, I think the longest one is probably 10 minutes. So, you know, all it's going to take out is maybe half an hour, and it's not long at all, just to help you improve a bit. So please, I recommend that you watch these videos, and they'll definitely they should help with some sounds. And unlike this presentation, you can always pause it, go backwards and forwards and practice. So I'm happy to take any questions now. मेरो email address पनि यहाँ छ. हजुरहरुलाई कुनै यो टपिकमा अथवा यस्तो खालको साउन्डिङ वर्डहरुमा चाहिँ एउटा सेसन गर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो, अथवा half a session जति टाइम लाग्छ गर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो भन्नु भने प्लिज feel free to email me. मलाई डाइरेक्टली इमेल पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ अथवा ओम सरलाई भनेर गर्नु, अनि त्यसपछि मैले त्यसको लागि हेल्पफुल हुने कुराहरु मटेरियलहरु खोज्छु. But for now, if you would like me to repeat any of the sentences, any of the sounds in particular, I am more than happy to take questions. But like I said at the start, I can only give you hints and tips. The rest is up to you to practice. Sunera matrai pani sikidaina, so you have to practice. And that's everything I have for now. So please feel free to ask me any questions. English ma sodeni, Nepali ma sodeni, I'm happy to listen.
Okay, Radhika ma'am, it's unmuted, right? All okay. I would like to unmute it to all. You can open your mic. It's not muted to you. And Koshira sir. Okay, so Januka ma'am, is there anything to speak now? Koshira sir, okay, your mic is unmuted. You can just speak. Wait, okay, I see now. Okay, you can open now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you once again for thank you, Sudamis, for facilitating us. Okay, how to pronounce. So it's very good and it's very helpful for us. And then generally, whatever you presented the examples, these are all very helpful for us. And then one more, the basic, especially I have to say sorry for this. Whatever you presented is very, very good. It's very helpful. So, but in Nepali context, especially we are the learners. Generally, we should have the basic information about this. So, uh, I want to share one information for all. That means, especially in English, what I have started is generally English sound has been categorized into different parts. I mean to say that English word according to IPA, International Phonemic Alphabet. According to this, English sound, uh, vowel and consonant. Consonant sounds have been categorized in three ways. That means place of articulation, manner of articulation, and voice and voiceless. So, especially the basic information, एउटा सानो information चाहिँ म तपाईहरुलाई के जानकारी दिन
Okay,
चाहन्छु
okay, you
भने
can go on.
okay, so generally I will just discuss about the place of articulation, okay, not manner of articulation, not voiceless and voice. So I will just focus on place of articulation. So generally according to place of articulation, the English sound have been categorized in like place of bilabial, labiodental, dental, alveolar, post-alveolar, palatal, velar, glottal. So uh, for this, I will show you some basic the sounds. Okay, so we have to know this. Then I'm gonna show you the photo once again. So I have to sorry for this. I'm gonna show you the photo once. Okay, so there is nothing written. So I want to write something, sir. Sir, so how can I write here? I just,
Attonation, so I don't know. So that's, there is no attonation, right?
yeah. So I want to write.
I'm also using that Zoom of another, that NPAPSON, but I don't know, they are locked or what.
Okay, so I just click the photo so that I could write. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So
I see now. Attonation may be there, but I could not find here.
Okay, anyway.
Sentences are लेख्न खोज्नु भयो भनेदेखि you can tell me and then I can write it for you.
Not sentence, but the sounds, especially generally. I just want to focus for labiodental, dental, alveolar, and post-alveolar sounds. Only I just wanted to focus that. And then generally, bilabial sound means we know using these two lips, pa, ba, okay, ma, like this. And then the bilabial. And labiodental, generally in Nepali sound, there are no labiodental sound. But we have bilabial. And but in Nepali sounds, we don't have, okay, labiodental. But in English we can find labiodental sounds. Labiodental, I just wanted to show the sounds which belong to labiodental. So I'm sorry for, because I couldn't write. So here, what I want to focus is labiodental sound means generally the upper teeth, lower lip. For example, fa, ba, fa, ba. Like two sounds are there in labiodental. So in English, we have the, for example, flag. Some of Nepali we learners may not know how to pronounce this. We may say plaque, pine. Okay, we are poor. We may say so. I just wanted to focus that in English, there are labiodental sound. For example, fa, va. So we have to know. And similarly, dental in English, there are two dental sounds, tha and da. That means dental sound, which in Nepali we say dantya. Okay, in Nepali generally osthe, dantya, dantamulya, talabe, kante, atikante, like this. In Nepali sounds have been categorized. In the same way, in English also the sounds have been categorized. So we have to know this. This is the basic information we have to know. So dental in English there are only two sounds. Dental sounds, for example, tha and da, but in Nepali, ta, tha, da, dha. Four sounds are there, so we have to know this. And next thing is labiodental alveolar. Okay, alveolar in Nepali and English alveolar sounds are the same. For example, ta, da, sa, ja, la, ra, na. Okay, they are similar type of sounds. But another, the most important thing we have to know in English is sorry, I'm always habitual to say my distance. I'm sorry for that. So what we have to know is the post alveolar sound. So we have to know if we say, if in Nepali, if we say tapai kata jannu bhako, if we say that's obviously wrong, okay, grammatically wrong. If we say tapai kata jannu bhako, obviously it's good, it's correct. So in English also it matters. That means in English there are generally say sa and sha, the sounds. Okay, one sa is okay alveolar sound,
Oh,
one
sir.
sha is post alveolar sound. Yes, sir.
Please, you have to conclude first, and then I want to take the information that reaction of some teachers also.
Okay.
Uh,
So
Otherwise, if you have something to share, then we'll discuss on next in the next meeting also.
okay. So anyway, I'm very much happy. So it's very wonderful class, and it's very helpful. Then just now Miss presented some of the examples, very effective, which the phrases which are used in the class are very effective. So thank you very much. So I don't have any words. I just wanted to show. I just wanted to say about the basic, the pronunciation of the some of the words. So thank you very much. If we have any time, then I will
Okay,
present
sir.
some of the basic information of the pronunciation of the words, or sorry,
Thank
the
you, sir.
sounds.
Radhika ma'am. Radhika ma'am, you are disappeared. Or Sujata ma'am, can you open your video? And you just came or when? I don't know. सुनिराख्नु भएको छ सुजाता म्यामले?
अब सर सुनिरहेको छु, म त भर्खरै बाहिर गएको थिएँ, भर्खरै आइपुगेँ अनि त्यही भएर ढिला भयो।
ओके, हजुर भर्खरै आउनुभएको छ, ठिकै छ। राधिका म्याम, आर यु लिसनिङ मी? उहाँ बाहिर जानुभएछ क्या हो? ओके, ठिकै छ। सुजाता म्याम भर्खरै आउनुभएछ। जुन हाम्रो माथि हाम्रो के अरे ओके, नेक्स्ट म्याम हुनुहुन्छ यहाँ, शर्मिला म्याम। हजुरको म्युट त छैन होला हैन?
हजुर हजुर सर सुन्दैछु सर, आइरहेको छ।
कस्तो अब केही क्वेशनहरु त हजुरकोबाट आएन हैन? अनि तपाईहरुलाई के कस्तो लागिरहेछ? जस्तै यो अलिकति फ्रुटफुल लागेको छ अथवा चाहिँ हैन, हामीलाई त यो लेभलको त लर्निङ अलिकति भएन?
इफेक्टिभ एकदम जान्छ, राम्रो छ सर।
सरी?
हजुर, we are learning more English speaking.
Sital ma'am, you just joined, right? When did you join? She's her network is problem or what? Suprabha ma'am, she left or what? No. Suprabha ma'am is not here. I didn't see. राधिका मैम गइसक्नु भयो कि क्या हो? देखिँदैन यहाँ। See, the audio is muted. One was audio. Okay, you can on. That's not muted from my side. You can on yourself. Sital ma'am, you can on yourself. That's not muted from my side. Okay, we are not spending more time now. We are in the end. So today, second session, and just I would like to ask you, how do you feel, how is your feeling? Ganga ma'am, can you speak? What is your feeling today's Sital ma'am also, okay. I'll give you time after some time. Ganga ma'am, are you listening me? गङ्गा दुईजना हुनुहुन्न रहेछ ल जो बोल्दा पनि भयो ल ठिकै छ म्युट म्युट छ हजुरको म्युट छ म्युट अन गर्नुस् पहिला अनम्युट गर्नुस् यस यु क्यान
अघि चाहिँ मेरो अलिकति प्रब्लम थियो सर नेटको अनि अघि एकछिनपछि जोइन भयो तर राम्रो लाग्यो एकदम राम्रो लाग्यो सर मलाई
हजुरले अस्तिको भिडियोहरू हेर्नुभयो कि भएन
अलिअलि हेरेँ थिएँ सर
अब चाहिँ अब तीजका गीतलाई छोडेर अब यो इङ्ग्लिस भिडियोहरू चाहिँ अलि हेर्नु पर्यो
सर म तीजका गीत हेर्दिनँ सर
अब यो लकडाउन पछाडि हामीले स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई जुन त्यहाँ इन्टर हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै यही हामीले अहिले जे सिकिरहेछौँ त्यही टोनमा चाहिँ स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई चाहिँ ग्रिटिङ गर्ने अनि वेलकम गर्ने त्यो चाहिँ हुनु पर्यो Okay. Radhika ma'am, okay, you can mute on your mic, please. हजुरलाई मैले खोज्दै थिएँ अनि okay. So के छ ma'am अनि is it fine for your level or what?
Yes sir. Is it fine? Very thank you Miss Sudha.
You're most welcome.
Okay. So okay.
So here is sir here is very poor network sir today, so I didn't listen anything.
Yeah. Okay. So just I have asked you about that. Is it meeting you or not your level? So just I have requested her to prepare the things just a meeting for the primary children. So if you are not interested, if you are not trying, or if your willing is not to learn that, or if you do not think I have to learn and I have to make the children's best, then you cannot do that. So first of all, you have to think that, oh, our students, we have to make our students perfect in English, and our premises should be that's all levels, as well as teachers, students, all necessary to speak in English. That's environment we have to create. For that, you can speak yourself as well as you can speak with students in English first. Then you have to pronounce with the correctly. We have started from the ABCD. I requested her to start with the ABCD, so that is your very important for the pre-primary level. So that this is recorded as well. And okay, so if possible, then I'll post today in the group. You can see that how she pronounce. Okay, see, I pronounce that all letters twice or once, so that you can see that, and how can I pronounce to the students, and the students will pronounce same. So check it, and you have to do that. And next session, today we are unable to do that. Next session, you have to pronounce the these letters. Okay, so you will get the YouTube as well as you'll get the video also, that you can practice, and you have to pronounce the same letters. Everybody have to pronounce same words, and try to communicate in English. So if you can in home also, you can, with your children, you can speak in English, so that your English will be improved. Okay? You can speak with your son, your daughter, or somebody else. You can speak in English. So that your children also will improve the English. They will also encourage to speak English, and your English also improve. So that we are from the government school, and then very poor in speaking. But we have to do, we have to speak, and that is your ornament. Okay, if you can speak, then when you abroad, if your son and daughter will take you abroad, then it will be very beneficial for you, and you can communicate in English. So that I request you, and I think everybody are getting. Sital ma'am, you were joining at last. How do you feel?
No, sir. Sir, almost I joined like 5 o'clock, sir.
Okay.
I I off the video. That
Okay,
means
thank you very much. Okay, you
yes,
complete the time. So how do you
yes.
feel that today's session?
Today's session, it's very, like I can tell, it's very motivative, as well as we can tell the sound which like we use the word in English. It's very good. It's very good. It's very effective too. And as well as for the kids, we see has like give the example like how to speak, how's the, like we can tell the like our accent, how we use like our tongue, our lips. It's very good, sir. It's very important. Like
Okay,
she has given. I like it, sir. It's very good.
thank you, ma'am. And I just request all teachers to pronounce and practice. And she has given us time. Then that time should be utilized, and her labor or her just cooperation must be fruitful, so that she will come here in Greenfield. Definitely, she will come, and then she will be with the physically also together. When that lockdown will be released, then she's planning to come here, and then she should be happy. She's working hard, and she's preparing the uh, PowerPoint, and then she's delivering here. She's just giving the 1 hour just talking, and she's planning, just arranging. It's not a joke. So one PowerPoint or that presentation is also very difficult for us, but she's just happily presenting to us, so that we have to take, and we have to take the advantage of that. Next time also we'll go for that. And Miss Sudha, please, you can give the homework. Okay, that assignments that is necessary. We should do the homework, we should do the assignments, so that we can learn the English. Please, I would like to just speak, Sudha.
So, like Om sir said, I don't want to call it necessarily like giving you homework, but what I would say is I highly recommend, I advise you, मैले हजुरहरुसँग request गर्छु र recommend गर्छु कि हजुरहरुले गर्नु. So every day, minimum आधी घण्टा. I'm sure everyone watches TV. तर त्यो दिनभरिमा आधी घण्टा चाहिँ I recommend that you watch something in English, maybe news. आधी घण्टा चाहिँ Englishमा समाचार हेर्नु, English serialहरु, फिल्महरु, it doesn't matter. You can watch anything. And to go above and beyond, त्योभन्दा अलिकति अझै धेरै गर्नको लागि चाहिँ what I recommend between now and the next session, अहिले र next session को बीचमा चाहिँ maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes को भिडियोलाई चाहिँ maybe what I'll do, sir, is म एउटा भिडियो खोज्छु जुन चाहिँ धेरै छिटो पनि नबोलेको कुनै एपिसोड अथवा कुनै खोज्छु, अनि I'll forward you the link. And what I would like everyone to do is त्यो भिडियो हेरेर हजुरहरूले सुरुदेखिबाट अन्तिमसम्ममा जे सुन्नुहुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ लेख्नु. And sometimes it might not make sense. कुनै sentences चाहिँ अलि छिटो भने हुन्छ होला, तर it doesn't matter, it's practice. So I would recommend every day आधी घण्टा चाहिँ केही इङ्ग्लिस हेर्नु, अनि त्यसपछि मैले एउटा भिडियो पठाउँछु, त्यो भिडियो चाहिँ हजुरहरूले जे सुन्नुहुन्छ त्यही लेख्नु. And you know, अरु चाहिँ it's up to you. त्योभन्दा बढी practice गर्ने चाहिँ it's completely up to you, but that should be minimal.
Okay, thank you, Sudha Miss, and this is okay. We cannot say okay. Thank you very much. And Januka ma'am, do you want to say anything?
Okay, so I don't have so special. I would like to give hearty thanks to Ms. Sudha for conducting such a effective program and to run this session. And I hope next time also will be participating, and all the teachers they might have taken many more things from her, and will practice a lot in order to improve the students' language, and especially the guardians see in the Montessori level. Montessori level means normally I have seen that how the native speakers speak in English, in the same way they are taught. So let's think in that way. this much. Thank you once again for Ms. Sudha and for all.
Okay, so it's being already 5:45, so we all are the housewife as well. So that's that. We should not delay now. And very, very thank you, Sudha. And you are just when we request, then you easily accept us. So that's we cannot get such a person. Okay, thank you very
One
much.
more
Others,
thing,
we
sorry,
cannot give you more other things. Just thank you. Okay, Sudha, yes.
Thank you, Janika ma'am. I forgot to say, so between now and then, what I would like everyone to do is, सबैजनाले एउटा कुरा चाहिँ यो एरियामा म अलिक कमजोर छु, यो एरियामा चाहिँ प्र्याक्टिस गर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो भनेर ओम सरलाई इमेल पठाउनु अथवा गर्नु अनि सबैजनाको रेकमेन्डेसन चाहिँ म कन्सिडरेसनमा लिन्छु र प्रेजेन्टेसन गर्न पनि अनि मलाई त्यहाँबाट सजिलो हुन्छ. So I recommend everyone to give at least one feedback. You can do more than one, but at least एउटा कुरा चाहिँ जस्तै यो एरियामा अथवा यो शब्दको प्रोनाउन्सिएसन प्र्याक्टिस गर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो भनेर रेकमेन्ड इमेल गर्नु अनि त्यसपछि ओम सर will forward it to me and then I'll happily go over that.
Okay, I'll ask you individually to all members today's who are participate here, and then after that, after your consultation, I'll talk with her, and then we'll continue the next session. So that I request, and Sujata ma'am, you have joined at little bit late. Okay, you can just
level wise गर्दा कस्तो हुन्छ र?
Yes, यो level wise नै हो आजको प्राइमरी एन्ड मोन्टेसरी भने लेभल वाइज नै गरिरहेको छौँ हामी. यहाँ इङ्ग्लिसको दुईजना कोशिराज सर एन्ड जानुका म्याम जस्ट इङ्ग्लिस इन्चार्ज मात्रै हुनुहुन्छ यहाँ. यो लेभल वाइज नै थियो आजको. ठिकै छ, हजुरलाई मैले यो रेकर्डिङ गरेको छ आजको. आई विल प्रोभाइड यु.
हजुर. ओके, थ्यांक यू सर.
Okay, let's we are just separating dispatching now, and thank you very much to all, and thank you Sudha, and then all teachers who participated and who managed the time. Thank you very much for all. Shall we separate now?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye to all.
Goodbye to all.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Thank you. I would like to thank you.
Thank you to all.